welcome. Hello, Kat here. In this video, I'm sharing how to stay in love with your business. Super important topic. I was out walking today and I feel so inspired around sharing with this because I've been having some conversations lately with people that are really struggling and finding business draining. So, do you find business draining at times? Let's just be really frank and honest. Business is definitely not easy and it's not for the faint-hearted. I always say business is too hard to do alone. It's one of those things that is the most exhilarating thing and one of the most challenging things. So if you want to get your joy and inspiration back for your business, just give me a yes. Give me a yes in the comments. I want to know, do you want to get your joy and inspiration back? If you do, you're in the right place. I know in business there can be so much to do. It can be exhausting. It can be draining. There's so much to learn. And pretty much everyone that I've spoken to, every one of my clients has said there's been times where they've been super tempted to give up. So if you feel like that, you're not alone. I've been in business for around 18 years now, and there's been so many moments of challenge, so many, hundreds and hundreds of moments. And I was really thinking about it this week. What has stopped me from giving up when the going gets tough? And I've realized the importance, if you want to stay in the game, you've got to stay in love. You've got to stay in love with your business. I want you to think right now about your relationship with your business. Your relationship with your business. What is your relationship with your business like? Because if you've got a business, no matter how small it is, even if you don't have any paid clients yet, you have a relationship with that business. And when that relationship's going well, then often the results of that produce great outcomes, right? But when your relationship with your business is off, just like when it's off with a human being, it can throw everything off. I like thinking of a business as a pipeline, and when things aren't working in my business, rather than getting super emotional and going, what's wrong with me, I look at what's wrong in the pipeline. Where do I need to plug the gaps? Where are the leakages? Where are the holes that are needed? Now, I spoke last week. If you haven't watched last week, I recommend it because I spoke quite in depth about the 3 things that I look for when I'm looking for quality clients. And it's the 3 things that I look for whenever I'm struggling in my business, whenever my relationship with my business is not going very well, because the feelings we have towards our business affect our outcomes. So there's 3 things. There's attitude, skills, and effort. So if our mindset towards our business is really negative and skeptical, and we're really struggling with our mindset in business, that's going to affect our results. If our skills, if we don't have the copywriting skills, the marketing skills, we don't know how to do Facebook ads, we don't know how to do email marketing, we're not sure how to present on video, how to structure our content, all of those business skills that we need, if our skill level isn't there, that's going to affect the outcome. And then our effort, how much effort are you putting in? So whenever I feel like my relationship with my business is off and I'm not enjoying it and the passion's gone, just like in a relationship, you can look at the factors and say, and I mean, in a relationship with another human being, of course there's a lot of emotion involved, but as human beings, we have relationships with business, with health, with money, with items. You know, our relationship with these things determines the outcome, determines our feeling as well. So it's super important that if you want to get your joy and your inspiration back, that we look at what's going to bring back that passion, because otherwise you're going to show up feeling, if you're feeling discouraged, feeling like, what's the point? I'm terrible at marketing. No one's engaging. The Facebook algorithm has ruined my business. The pandemic has ruined my business. All those things, that mindset where you're struggling, it's going to have such a negative flow-on effect to every outcome that's happening in your business. So I'm going to give you 3 things. The first way to stay in love with your business is to align your business with your personal values. If you've got pen and paper, make some notes. Number 1, align your business with your personal values. So I was talking to a client the other day about this and asking her values, her personal values, not just her business values, because the you want to have your business values and your personal values and make sure that you know them. They could be quite similar. But for me, for example, my highest personal value is freedom. That's why I'm an entrepreneur, because I don't like being stuck in a system of frustration. And when I think of when I'm at my best, it's when I'm in business. When I'm at my worst is when I'm working for someone else. It's just the way I'm wired. I'm wired as an entrepreneur. So number one, freedom. I can't say my number one value is freedom, but yet I get out of bed in the morning and go and do something I don't want to do. That's not freedom. There's no way I can claim my number one value as freedom and then not like create my own economy, not have to rely on a job or have to rely on someone else to support me. That's taking full control of my life. Is my business is fully aligned with my number one value. Another personal value is growth. So because I value growth so much, the way you know your values is you look at your life. You look at the books on your bookshelf. You look at the books on your Audible account, if you've got Audible, or your podcast list subscribers. You look at your calendar. What have you booked in? What's in your diary? That shows you your values. What's all up on your walls? How do you spend your time? Look at the people in your life. All of that is evidence of what your values are. Is your business and the tasks you're doing in your business aligned with your values? So for me, I've got a growth section of my week every single week. I spend a lot of time crewing for companies, so assisting at events, because events is something that I'm so passionate about. I know that when I'm, let's say, 75 years, that I want to continue being an educator. And so that's really important to me, to educate. So often when I talk to people about their values, they might say, well, I love connecting, I love contributing, I love supporting other people. And then I say, okay, so what activities have you booked into your week this week to do those things? Like, if we're not intentional to align our values with our actual tasks and outputs that we're doing in business, then it's really hard to keep the passion of business alive. And so one of my top 5 values is connection, connecting with people. And yes, I love connecting on Facebook Live. I love connecting with you guys. I also love connecting on Zoom. I'm so grateful for Zoom. If it wasn't for Zoom, I don't know how my business would have gone during the pandemic, because I was doing so many live events. It was such a big part of my business. Zoom was incredible. However, I notice the shift in my energy and my joy levels when I'm connecting in person with people. Who's noticed that? When you're connecting in like warm bodies around you and you've got real life people there, who's noticed that you feel quite different? You feel different when you connect with people in the flesh. And so because connection is one of my highest values, I decided to put on an event, an in-person event, which is coming up in Sydney. I'll share a little bit about it with you. But it sounds crazy, but I went to this event in March and absolutely just came alive. It just fired me up again. And I was like, oh, it's because it's one of my highest values, connection. And yeah, Zoom's great. Like today I was on a Zoom event all day, crewing. Amazing. They had 1,600 people register, which is, I mean, people from all over the world, right? And in the Zoom events that I run, there's people from all different countries, different time zones. It's incredible. There was 500 people on Zoom. Amazing. However, there's also a part of me that is so sick of my laptop. I don't know if you relate to this, but I'm so sick of sitting down all day. I've got a standing desk, but just that constant sitting in front of your laptop. I don't know about you, but I get really tired of it, which is why I was like, right, I'm going to go out there, book a venue and get together with some friends and do an event. And so that was one of the reasons I created, or that I co-created this with a couple of business friends of mine, because it's aligned with my values and it's made me come alive. Looking forward to it. So what are your business values, and are you aligned with this? Sorry, what are your personal values, and are you aligning your tasks, your actions, your habits to those things that are super important to you? If contribution is a high value of yours, that's going to help keep you fired and juiced and feeling alive by just reaching out and supporting people when things are hard in your business. I know for me, when things get hard and when I feel like it's just a slog, nothing seems to be working, or I'm working with challenging situations that I don't know how to solve. It feels like there's way too many problems compared to solutions. Struggling with tech, for example, I know if I can get on and help someone, it makes me feel so amazing. It uplifts that energy, that joy, that inspiration. So contribution's a massive one. And you're going to have great months in business and crappy months in business, right? You've probably noticed this. It's never just like plain sailing. It's usually highs and lows, hills and valleys. And if you're in a valley right now, I just want to say, keep going, keep walking through the valley, because you're going to come out to that next mountaintop. If you keep going, you're going to get through it. However, you don't want to keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result, right? Einstein calls that insanity. I've talked to 2 people this week who are very discouraged about their business, and they both said that they're tempted to throw it all in, which really breaks my heart because they're both brilliant at what they do. And so when things aren't working, like I mentioned, we've got to look at the pipeline, and we've got to look at where the gap is, because there's always a way to fix it. There's always a way to tweak it, as long as your passion's there. If you've fallen out of love with your business because you're just doing it for the money and not for service and contribution and those other things that are aligned with your values, it's kind of soulless. It becomes very transactional. You think about a relationship. Imagine being in a relationship, like, oh, I just want to have this relationship on the side, just to fulfill my needs when I want it, and maybe get some extra pocket money so that I can go and use that to do my actual passion. Like, it doesn't really work. So if you're doing your business just to make a bit of money, rather than being in love with your business, it's going to cause problems. And I see this when people are chasing money as opposed to being so in love with what they do because it fulfills their values. Number 2, fall in love with the process. Fall in love with the process. So if you don't love the ins and outs of business, I talk to a lot of people that they just want to be coaching. They don't want to be doing marketing. They don't want to be learning how to do Facebook ads or learning how to run events or all of those things that are hard. They're hard, right? They're not, this get rich quick thing. You just learn it and it's done. Business growth is a series of tweaks. It's a series of micro changes. And yes, you can get exponential growth, but usually it's not like you do one thing and everything changes. Business is a series of tweaks as you go. If things aren't working, tweak. What's not working? How do we fix it? And so if you're not in love with the process, if you don't learn to love the process and reframe some of these things that we have to do, like marketing, then you're probably better off in a job. And so I'm not here to try and convince you to stay in your business. But if you want to stay in your business, if you don't want to give up, if you don't want to go and work for someone else, you have to learn marketing. You have to know marketing skills and sales skills and these essential business skills, because otherwise, if you're trying to outsource them, you'll be so frustrated. I was talking to a lady today who is so frustrated because she's paid someone to do this marketing work for her, $5,000, and it's going back and forth. There's a lot of communication breakdown. It's super frustrating. So I always encourage people to have control of their business and learn it themselves, so they're not relying on someone else. Like, yes, outsource when your business is at that right stage, but don't give all your power away. Be so careful that you are not just going, oh, I just want to outsource everything so that I can just be a coach. If you've decided that you want to be a business owner, learning sales and marketing is a given. Otherwise, be an employee, because employees don't have to do sales and marketing unless that's your job, right? So when you love marketing, like the way I fell in love with marketing, because I never used to do it. I used to just want to work with clients. The way I fell in love with marketing is reframing it to, okay, what do I want to do? I love coaching. I love presenting. So why do I love them? Because I'm helping people, because I'm making a big difference, because people get aha moments, because people get educated, because I grow, like all these things. I can also get that through marketing. And so I linked the process, marketing, sales, presenting, all these things, copywriting, to my values. How will marketing give me more freedom? How will marketing give me more growth? How will marketing give me more connection? Because ultimately, marketing is helping people. It's helping people shift their perspective, helping people have a breakthrough. It's adding value. And when you love the process, you're not just focused on the outcome. How many clients am I getting? How much money am I making? That stuff is good, and we need that, but it can't be your only thing. Otherwise, you won't stay in business and be passionate. Give me a why for yes in the comments if any of this is resonating. I'd love to know if any of this is resonating with you. You guys that are on here live, I can't actually see if there's anyone on here live because for some reason it's not coming up. But so I've shared how to stay in love with your business so far. Align your business with your personal values. Fall in love with the process. And number 3 is keep leveling up. Keep leveling up, because as humans, it's so important that we progress, right? So if you're getting stale in your business, if things are staying the same, if you don't feel like you're growing in your skill level, if you're not consistently investing in skill acquisition and you're not growing, it's really hard to stay in love with your business. That passion for your business, having a really strong relationship with your business, it comes when you're progressing. And so we want to make sure that we're always investing in our growth and we're keeping that fire, because we're learning and learning and learning. Like, how much time are you investing? And I don't mean sitting back and just absorbing. I don't mean just passively learning. I mean like taking something, applying it in your business. Because leveling up is about how can I get to excellence, not perfection, excellence. For me, it's about being excellent and being outstanding. That's always the standard I'm going for. I've had to really work on perfectionism, and sometimes it's just launching, knowing that it's not going to be excellent, it's not going to be outstanding, but the overarching, one of my overarching business values is to be excellent and outstanding. And so when you are up leveling everything, you're not avoiding things. You know, there's areas of your business that maybe you've been avoiding. Maybe you know that you need to be doing video and you're not doing it, you're hiding. Maybe you know that you need to be looking at your finances, your flow in and out every week and facing that. Maybe you know that you need to be doing Facebook ads. That's your next level. We all have a next level in every part of our business. I've got a client who's a doctor, and she's amazing, and she was just saying how she's attracting a lot of leads. She's very good at what she does. She helps doctors to avoid burnout, and she's getting a lot of leads, but she said, my biggest thing is that I'm not converting them because I just keep offering it for free. And so that's something, we had a chat through it, and so it's a skill that she needs to learn, but also it's a mindset of I'm worth it, I'm valuable, what I offer people, it can really transform people's lives. And so up leveling in every area of our business means we're constantly making those little tweaks. What I love about it is that it makes your success inevitable. If you know that your business is aligned with your personal values, if you know that you are consistently investing in the process so that you fall in love with the process, you're working on your attitude, your skills, and your effort. Because sometimes you've got the right attitude, you're keen as, you're like, bring it on, I'm so pumped, but you don't have the skills. But you're putting in lots of effort, but your skills are lagging. Then you need to invest in a course, invest in a book, those types of things. You might have amazing skills, you're putting in all the effort, but you're really doubting, you're worried, your energy's crap, it's not going to work. Or it might be that you've got an amazing attitude, your skills are there, but you're just not putting in the effort. You're not reaching out, you're not sending emails, you're not creating valuable content. So you'll know is it attitude, skills, or effort? And if you know that you're up leveling every area of your business, your success is pretty much inevitable. So if you want to level up in your business, if you particularly want to get more clients or sign up the leads that you do have coming in, I'm so excited about this new in-person event that I'm holding with a business strategist and a marketing strategist. We are sharing how to get consistent 10K months. So maybe sometimes you're hitting 10K, sometimes you're not, but you've started business, even if you're right at the beginning, but you are good at what you do. This is not for someone who doesn't even know what you want to do in business. It's someone who you're good at what you do. You've started, maybe you're doing some coaching already or some type of consulting, or you've got a service-based business and you want to take it to the next level. You want to consistently hit those 10K months. If you want to know how to build a system, like have a formula to do it, to guarantee your success, we are sharing the best of what we've got to offer. And now sounds really crazy, but we're not even selling anything at this event. Like I mentioned, we're doing it because we want the connection. We want to get back out there in person. And I know that I've got skills and passion and energy to share with people who really desperately need it. And we really want to help entrepreneurs in this time. So there's no pitch. We're just giving pure value. It's not about you being the most experienced or having the most followers or any of that. It's about your ability to communicate the right message to the right people and help them. So this event is designed to take you out of a plateau into a non-trusted, sought-after leader in your industry. So if you are sick of playing small in your business, if you're sick of that draining overwhelm and you want clarity, you want the step-by-step formula, I'm going to pop the link to the event in the comments and you can check it out. You can register for just $1, and then if you like it, then it's $49. If you don't, then let us know and we will refund it. So we wanted to just make it totally risk-free, and it's a day packed with value. There's a lot of free events out there and the challenge with that is often there's a lot of selling. There's a lot of high-level 10,000-foot view, but not a lot of actual how-to. And so you can kind of leave the day a little bit frustrated because there was a lot of kind of sales pitch in there or seed planting, we call it in selling. And it can kind of feel like you walk away even more frustrated and confused. So this is pure value. Excuse me. It's me and Mark Flores, who is a brilliant video content strategist and marketer, and he's really awesome at automation and systems. And Jez Perez, who is amazing at productivity, high performance, up-leveling your mindset, and also your systems for your productivity in your business. So check it out. Love you to join us in Sydney if you're in Sydney. If you're not in Sydney, I apologize that you can't join us if you aren't willing to travel. But I run plenty of other Zoom online events that you can join into. So thanks for being here. It was awesome to share this time with you. Give me a hashtag replay if you're watching this on the replay. Share with me. I'd love it if you could share with me what was your favorite tip. I'm just going to recap them. How to stay in love with your business. Number 1, align your business with your personal values. Number 2, fall in love with the process of marketing, the process of selling, the process of giving value, showing up, serving. And number 3, keep leveling up. Keep leveling up. Thanks, my friends. I will look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. I come here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and share lots of nuggets for you. So great to see you, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.